In 2018, Arizona police officers conducted over 1 million traffic stops and arrested 27,653 people for driving under the influence, DUI. With such a high prevalence, it is vital to understand what happens when you get arrested for a DUI. If your blood, breath, or other bodily substance displays an alcohol concentration of 0.08 or more while operating a vehicle, you may be found guilty of a Class 1 misdemeanor in Arizona. Therefore, a DUI arrest can result in a jail sentence of up to 6 months and a fine of up to $2,500. Certain aggravating factors, like DUI-induced vehicular manslaughter, can result in worsened charges. Typically, a DUI arrest begins after a driver is pulled over for suspicion of driving under the influence, after which the officer will ask them for their license, proof of insurance, and vehicle registration. Even if you are nervous at this point, attempt to hold your composure, as the officer will likely closely observe how you obtain these items to check your sobriety. If arrested, the officer may handcuff your hands behind your back before asking you to sit in the back seat of their vehicle. Sometimes this is done to ensure that you do not try and force yourself to vomit before taking the official breathalyzer or blood test that will be more strictly imposed once you reach the precinct or mobile DUI van. Processing. The officer will likely begin asking you questions after you are taken to either a precinct or a mobile DUI van. You can choose to remain silent per the Fifth Amendment. You should ask to speak with an experienced attorney to receive advocacy and guidance to help you make informed decisions. Until you have legal representation present, it is recommended that you omit any information that you are not obligated to give. After giving the officer your driver's license, registration, and insurance, you are not required to release any additional information. Official testing. At this point, you will likely be administered an official breathalyzer or blood test. Unlike the preliminary breathalyzer test, the results of these tests can be used as evidence against you in court. As stated by Arizona law, if a test shows that your blood or breath alcohol concentration is 0.08 or higher, 0.04 or higher for commercial drivers, or if any illegal drug or its metabolite is found in the body without a valid prescription, your driver's license will be suspended for at least 90 days. Booking or release. After you have submitted to a breathalyzer or blood test within the DUI processing site, you will typically be allowed to be released. In this scenario, you can have a sober friend, family member, or a ride service pick you up. However, if certain circumstances apply, such as an outstanding warrant for your arrest, aggravating conduct with the police officer, or failure to provide identification, you may be booked into jail. The legal process that comes after a DUI arrest can look different for everyone, depending on the municipality they were arrested in, whether there were compounding charges atop the DUI, and the court's availability. Having a talented criminal defense lawyer walking you through each step can help you achieve the best possible outcome. After a DUI arrest, the defendant must make an initial court appearance or arraignment, usually scheduled within 30 days of the incident. During this arraignment, the offender is formally charged and pleads guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you have been booked for aggravated factors or other reasons, you may have to meet with the judge before your arraignment to address bail and release conditions. Each DUI case is different and may require a unique approach. Nevertheless, some examples of common defense strategies used to combat DUI charges are improperly pulled over, contesting the legality of the traffic stop that led to the arrest by arguing that there was no reasonable suspicion or probable cause, inaccurate field sobriety tests, challenging the conduct and subjective interpretation of field sobriety tests, faulty breathalyzer test, claiming the breathalyzer used during the test was not properly calibrated or used, leading to incorrect results. Medical conditions, providing medical backing to prove that certain conditions or medications might have led to false positives on sobriety tests. Infringed rights, arguing that the defendant's rights were violated during the arrest or testing procedure. Alternative reasons for behavior, offering different rationale for behaviors that officers interpreted as signs of intoxication, such as fatigue or anxiety. You and your attorney should review the details of your case together to craft a robust, honest defense tailored to your specific situation. Having high-quality legal representation during a DUI case can offer significant benefits, including expert guidance that can help you craft a well-structured defense. An attorney can also help you navigate the complex legal process of DUI cases, helping you file motions and prepare for hearings. It is important to pick a talented attorney who has experience building a strong defense for people accused of driving while intoxicated. A dependable lawyer should be able to challenge evidence, identify weaknesses in the prosecution's case, and negotiate with prosecutors to potentially reduce charges or penalties. After an officer pulls you over for a suspected DUI, you will likely be asked to perform an FST or PBT to determine your intoxication level. If you refuse both these tests, you will likely be arrested. A chemical test may be required at the official testing site, or you will be subjected to penalties like a license suspension, regardless of whether you are convicted of a DUI. What happens when you get arrested for DUI can be a complex process filled with pretrial motions and several court hearings. If you have a qualified criminal defense attorney on your side, it can be easier to craft a defense, such as arguing that you were improperly pulled over. If you have been through a DUI arrest in the greater Phoenix area, the criminal defense lawyers at Jackson White Law can fight to help you achieve the best outcome possible. Our talented attorneys have substantial experience working through the Arizona DUI process and providing top-of-the-line legal guidance. Call the Jackson White Criminal Law Team at 480-745-1639 for a free case review to learn how we can help you through your unique DUI situation.